regardless of that, please make sure you subscribe to Hardcore Sports. Check out all of their social media links. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. That way, you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, this is Earl Cole's favorite part of the stream. Baby, it is the best time to be on YouTube. And you know why? Because it's the only time that you get to see this glorious sideburn chin strap combination and this beautiful mustache right here. Earl, he's not here, but we're going to bring out the comb for him anyway because no one else in the community does this. We're going to light it up right here on Tuesday, TGI Tuesday, with a little and a dash of and a whole lot of because like Campbell's tomato soup possibilities, just like a nice hot steaming plate of Thanksgiving turkey with the cranberry dressing on the side, a little bit of stuffing, and the mashed potatoes with some gravy. I'm just so good. I'm the tastiest snack in the IWC. Everybody wants a piece of the Storm's Meister. Anyway.
Speaking of Thanksgiving dinner, I actually made some Thanksgiving dinner. I made a turkey and some mac and cheese.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like
I'm gonna post some pictures tomorrow or around Thanksgiving. Huh?
I said looks like I read your mind there.
Yeah, I know. I was over here thinking you saying all about the stuffing and
That's what I do here. We always light it up. I'm just so good. You know, when you take that first bite of a nice thick Angus beef burger with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and two types of cheeses. For me, it's provolone and American. You just gotta go. That's what it's like when you're watching DJ Storms. Anyway.
Always a good time.
Oh, absolutely. You know the song on SmackDown. Are you ready? Are you ready for a good time? That's what it's like over here. It's the greatest fucking show on earth. Anyway, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Listen, I could talk about myself all night, but we have a show to get into. We have festivities to dive into, and we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to dive straight into the matches here. Let's talk about the women's War Games match. This is Damage Control. This is Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Big Mommy, Rhea Ripley, get your mind out of the gutter, versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, Mia Yim, who by the way, I'll talk about Mia Yim in a little bit because I got into an argument with a couple of fucking retards on Twitter regarding her name change, and apparently she's been changed back to Mia Yim. Looks like I was right again. I mean, I'm DJ Storms, I'm always right, but it's Bianca, Asuka, Mia Yim, Alexa Bliss, and a mystery partner. This is a War Games match. Now, seeing that you are my guest, Rage, I actually want to toss this over to you, and I actually want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the build towards this match? Give me your best analytical dissection, and give me your predictions on who the mystery woman is and who's going to win this match. Let me hear you.
The thing is that I don't know, man. I'm not interested in Damage Control or
all they do is lose.
Whole...
Who would be?
Huh?
All they do is lose. Who would be? Damage Control, like lose.
They're so boring. Like I like Bianca. I like Asuka, Alexa Bliss, especially Asuka. Asuka's a hilarious character.
But a couple weeks ago though.
But honestly, I think who's gonna come out on this is Bianca and Asuka and Alexa Bliss, and I think I want to say the person I want to say is hopefully it is Sasha Banks, but I really don't believe it is. I think it's either Charlotte or probably what fucking Tamina or some shit. But I really do think it's Charlotte or Becky Lynch.
Trust me. Listen, Charlotte's a more reasonable guess, but it's not gonna fucking be Tamina. I have 3 guesses, but here's the problem with Damage Control, and I've already ranted on this. The problem with Damage Control is they were put together with a common motive to take over the women's division, but yet all they do is lose big matches. You know how many losses Damage Control should have on their resume? 0. None. Now, here's the thing. Triple H obviously had a plan to help get Bianca Belair more over than she is, and obviously that was a huge success. And then, obviously, Bianca is not set to lose that championship until at least WrestleMania. But the problem is that getting Bianca over, that's fine. But I mean, that doesn't mean you have to make Bayley and Damage Control look like a bunch of fucking scrubs. They lost the initial women's tag team title tournament. Then Bayley lost to Bianca at Extreme Rules. Bayley then lost to Candice on Raw. You had Io and Dakota both losing non-title matches. Then they lost the women's tag team titles, regardless of whether they won them back or not. They lost the women's tag team titles on Monday Night Raw to Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So at the end of the day, how is anyone supposed to take Damage Control seriously? You can just see, you can feel the difference between Damage Control and the Judgment Day. How many big-time losses has the Judgment Day taken? Not many. Not many. I can probably count it on one hand. How many fucking losses has Damage Control taken? That's the fucking problem with Damage Control. Now, if you're asking who the mystery woman is, I have 3 guesses specifically. It's either Naomi, Sasha, or potentially Becky Lynch. Now, I would be okay with any of those 3. However, I'm going to have to go with Becky Lynch for a couple of reasons. Number 1, Becky Lynch makes the most sense storyline-wise because Damage Control did attack Becky on the Raw after SummerSlam when Becky pretty much switched over to being a babyface, and they attacked Becky when Becky was pretty much going away to heal up her shoulder. So that right there is an easy shoe-in storyline. That would be a great return for Becky, and it would pretty much solidify the fact that the babyfaces are going to get the win right there. The second reason why I believe Becky would be the better choice is because Sasha Banks, yes, she could return in Boston. Yes, she could return in War Games, but if you're asking me, if we're looking at an impactful return, if we're looking at a real, effective, impactful return, I'm probably looking at number 30 in the Rumble. Regardless of whether Sasha wins or she loses, I'm looking at Sasha Banks returning at the Royal Rumble. That right there would be a statement fucking return, whether she wins or she loses. War Games, yeah, probably, but in terms of getting a spotlight unto herself, I mean, there ain't no bigger spotlight, whether she wins or she loses, there ain't no bigger spotlight than number 30 in the Royal Rumble. So that's why I do believe that Becky Lynch is probably the better choice, and I'm going to have to stick on the same side as you, Rage, because I actually do believe that the babyfaces are going to come out the winners over here, based on the fact that Rhea Ripley, she did win the advantage for her team. But what else could they possibly do to get Damage Control over, or should they just break up? Yeah, should have never lost the women's tag team title tournament initially. So, what do you feel would be the best idea for both women after or for all 3 women after the breakup? If you're asking me, get rid of the fucking women's tag team titles and have Dakota and Io go on their own and turn Bayley into a babyface.
Turn Bailey to a babyface?
I mean,
With the huggy? The huggies?
I mean, to be quite honest with you, her heel run has pretty much run its course. It's not connecting as it once did.
Yeah. It when she was feuding with Sasha Banks back in the day, like that was like the best she was
Bring
at
Sasha
the time
back
as
as
a
a
heel.
heel and do Sasha and Bayley at WrestleMania without the title, babyface Bayley versus heel Sasha. Simple. That's what
You
I'm
know
looking at.
what? You're right.
That's what I'm looking
Sasha
at.
Banks, if she comes back, she has to be a heel.
She has to be. The bitch Sasha Banks is the best Sasha Banks.
Yep.
And
I
then
do agree with that.
you got Asuka and Alexa Bliss. To be quite honest with you, I don't know where the fuck they go. I really don't know. They're just kind of there. They're floating around in a sea of nothing right now. I mean, I don't really give a shit about Alexa Bliss. She did put on a very good match at Crown Jewel. I will give her that. I would like to see what she can do in War Games because I do believe that if she actually would put some fucking effort into her craft, then she could be a decent hand. But overall, I mean, Alexa Bliss is just Alexa Bliss. I could legitimately not give a shit if she was fired tomorrow. Asuka, again, Asuka's fantastic, but it seems as though Asuka's pretty much done everything there is to do in the WWE. If anything, I just can't bring myself to care about Asuka. She puts on a great match. I'm gonna support her because she's a great fucking women's wrestler. But she, just like Alexa Bliss, Asuka's just kind of there.
You know, in your chat, well, I think his name is Kyrie Caller. Yeah, I believe Bliss is gonna join Wyatt. I think they're gonna redo that again because I actually enjoyed Bliss with Wyatt. I thought that was pretty good. I thought they actually had a great connection together and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think they're gonna continue that if they after this War Games shit.
Well then, well let's talk about that for a minute. While we're on the topic of Alexa joining Bray Wyatt, who else is going to be a part of the Wyatt Six? So you got Wyatt, you got Bliss. I guess we can include Bo Dallas in there. I guess if they want to bring back Eric Rowan, that would be four. Who would be the other two?
I think they should put Dexter Loomis in there.
I actually have a different plan for Dexter Loomis, and we'll talk about that when we get to a little bit later on in the show. I think you'll actually like
Yeah.
this idea, but that's not a bad pick. Let's segue to Nikki Cross. Actually, I
Oh
actually
yeah.
do believe that this is going to be a big breakout moment for Nikki Cross and for Rhea Ripley too. Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley, I feel as though they're going to benefit the most out of this, considering both of these women were fucking castrated as soon as they came up to the main roster, and B, this is going to pretty much put Rhea Ripley directly in the middle of the hunt for the Raw Women's title. And I'm actually going out on a limb and saying, Rhea Ripley, give her the fucking Royal Rumble. Give her the Royal Rumble, and I'm putting Ripley against Bianca and having Rhea Ripley heel Rhea Ripley take the title off Bianca at WrestleMania. And Nikki Cross is going to be a solid hand in the division as it is. I can actually see Nikki Cross fighting Bianca for the Raw Women's title sometime after Survivor Series as a little interim program to just move Bianca along.
So you think Nikki Cross is gonna join the Wyatt Six? Or you feel as though that
Um,
can be a pick?
I mean, that's not a bad idea, but you do have to wonder, what kind of role is she going to be playing? I mean, if Alexa is going to be playing more of a valet role, then maybe I would be a little bit more open to that, and then Nikki Cross being more of a enforcer, so to speak, being in the wrestling role and fighting the women in the division. They could do that. If you're asking me, I would actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Nikki Cross in the Wyatt Six, but to be quite honest with you, I think Nikki Cross would favor better on her own. Just have her be the psychotic bitch that she was in NXT, which we have been getting. We have been getting, so I can't complain about that. And we all know how good she was when she was in the middle of that Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black storyline.
Oh man.
Oh, memories. Fucking memories, right? But I do believe that the heels are not going to be walking out victorious here. I do see Becky as the mystery fifth member of the babyface team, and we'll talk about where Becky goes next. Just one last thing here. We are the babyfaces across the board here, correct?
Right.
Yeah, we're the babyfaces across the board here. Um, we're gonna move on here to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. This is Shotzi Blackheart and Ronda Rousey. This was pretty much put together for a couple of reasons. Obviously, because the fact that Shotzi is a Triple H girl, Shotzi is starting to receive more opportunities as a member of the women's division under Paul Levesque, which is a great thing to see. But this is merely a match to just move Ronda along, and I can't see Shotzi. She's not with this. She's not the right woman to take it off of Ronda, at least not now. And to be quite honest with you, I don't see her becoming a women's champion at least until late next year. If I'm going to be quite honest with you, Triple H just started the rehabilitation process for Shotzi, so I can't see them taking the title off of Ronda just to put her on Shotzi immediately. I wouldn't mind it because Ronda's fucking terrible, but at the end of the day, I do believe that we are looking down the barrel of a Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler match, probably at the Royal Rumble, with Shayna Baszler taking the title off of Rousey, which I have no problem with because Shayna has all the credibility in the world to take that title off of Ronda Rousey. Then Ronda's credibility is going to be passed to Shayna, and Shayna's going to be that fucking killer in the women's division going on into 2023. That's how I see it playing out, unless you see something different.
No, I don't see anything different. I thought they will probably wait to WrestleMania, but yeah, at Royal Rumble that'd be great to get Ronda Rousey to lose the title to Shayna Baszler.
The reason
I
why
think
I think
Shayna Baszler is a great wrestler.
I'm sorry, continue.
What'd you say?
I said I'm sorry. I feel like I interrupted you. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a great aspect to the women's division.
The reason why I didn't say WrestleMania is because I still have a feeling that they want to do Ronda and Becky. And if you're going to do Ronda and Becky, then just get the title off of Ronda.
Right.
So if anything, if you get the title off of Ronda at the Rumble, you get the title off of Ronda at the Rumble, you put it on Shayna, then if you're asking me, then you can have Naomi win the Elimination Chamber for the right to challenge Shayna. So then you got Rhea winning the Women's Royal Rumble to challenge Bianca, and then Naomi winning the Women's Elimination Chamber to challenge Shayna, and that'll be a suitable SmackDown Women's title match for WrestleMania with Shayna Baszler and Naomi. And I can see Shayna winning, and then probably after SummerSlam, I can see Shayna fighting Shotzi, and Shotzi potentially taking the title off of Shayna next fall. And yes, I do think ahead. I have a very long plan when it comes to booking professional wrestling. That's why I do this.
That's how it should be. Like it should be booked in long term. Like it shouldn't be short term. It should be long term, long down the line. I don't know something about the. I'm getting off topic, but with the Bray Wyatt situation, like him, talking to himself and all this stuff like that, I was getting annoyed by it. I was like, man, what's going on? Like, go ahead and debut Wyatt 6. Like, I'm getting impatient here. Like, I guess it's the long term booking type thing.
I mean, he's fighting LA
aspect of
Knight.
it.
I think that's a great fucking match.
What'd you say?
He's fighting LA Knight. I mean, how can you complain about that?
Oh yeah, no, and I'm not complaining about that. That's a great match.
But
I'm actually glad that LA Knight is actually getting some type of some type of notice and stuff like that because he has a great personality.
Yo, he's fantastic. I said it loud and proud that Cameron Grimes and LA Knight had probably the best storyline in all of WWE in 2021. That was a fantastic angle. But
yeah.
Is there anything else that you could see coming out of this match other than obviously this is just Triple H pushing Shotzi because Shotzi is one of his girls, and in the end, Ronda's gonna win, and Ronda will drop the title to Shayna Baszler, hopefully at the Rumble. I mean, listen, I would wait till WrestleMania to do it, but again, there's just something in my gut that says that they want to do Ronda and Becky like they should have done at WrestleMania 35 when Ronda was actually good in the ring. But unfortunately, I don't know. I can't see them shying away from that. I honestly do believe that this is all a laid out plan to do Ronda and Becky at WrestleMania. I just hope to God it's not for the championship and we get Shayna Baszler taking the title off of Rousey. Is there anything else you can see coming out of this?
Wait, so you saying that you want Shayna Baszler to take the title off of Ronda at Royal Rumble and then have Ronda fight Becky at the WrestleMania?
I mean, like, the reason why I say that is because I have a feeling that that's still a match that WWE wants to do at their core. And if they're gonna do that match, I'm kind of playing WWE's game a little bit here. If we're gonna do the match, fine, you could do the match. Just get the fucking title off of Ronda, because that match doesn't need a title. Put the title on Shayna at the Rumble.
Yeah, the title doesn't need to be on Ronda. Like, but I doubt that Shotzi is gonna win. You know, it just doesn't seem believable.
At least not now.
Yeah, not now, but right now it just doesn't seem believable.
But Shotzi's
but you never know. Triple H be coming up with some surprises as of late, so you never know. I don't know. Like I don't doubt anything that man can do.
No, you're absolutely right. The surprises will come out a lot, but in terms of this match, I don't think we're gonna get any shock value. I honestly do believe that Shotzi is gonna be the woman that gets built up over the course of the next year to take the title off of the monster heel Shayna Baszler.
Right.
But yeah, we got Ronda Rousey across the board here. Let's talk about this next match right here. I'm actually gonna hand this match over to you. This is Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory. Triple threat match for the United States Championship. I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing what these three men are able to do, considering that these three men are three of the best acts on Monday Night Raw in terms of an in-ring perspective. But I want you to give me your analytical dissection on this match, you know, the build and all that, how we got here, and who do you think's going to win?
Well, honestly, I know for a fact Seth Rollins isn't gonna lose. Like I just can feel it. Seth Rollins is one of those guys, man. Like that dude can get in your head, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He's the most over act in the company right now.
He is. Like he has a great act. The clothes, just the clothes that he wears.
Did you see him a couple of weeks ago? Actually, I believe this was. Fuck, when was it? I think it was the Raw before Extreme. Was it the Raw? No, it wasn't. It was the Raw before Crown Jewel. He came out wearing a booger green blazer and pants, and you know what I compared him to? Have you ever seen The Cat in the Hat, the live action movie?
Yeah.
Do you know the boss of the kid's mother? Joan Walden is the kid's mother's name. She has a boss, and she works at a real estate company, and her boss always asks them to sanitize their hands. The boss's name is Mr. Humberflube, and he legitimately wears a booger green suit, the exact same that Seth Rollins wore. He legit looked like Mr. Humberflube from The Cat in the Hat. Look it up. Look it up and tell me he doesn't. That's the first thing when I saw him. Like, why is this motherfucker dressed like Mr. Humberflube?
Man, that guy fucking dresses up as everything you can imagine.
I legitimately believe that this guy's probably gonna pull a meatloaf dress like fucking Lady Gaga one of these days.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna.
Can you fucking
There's
imagine?
nothing but meat. I can see it. I can see it, and fucking he'll wear the shit out of that too.
But as far as this match goes, I think we're both in agreement here that this is going to be a very solid match. If they want to, this could very well be the best non-War Games match on the show. I'm actually kind of disappointed that they haven't included Mustafa Ali. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with him, but
oh god,
yeah. Listen, he's putting on great matches, but he looks like a bum in the end.
He does, like, especially his attire. Like, they need to get rid of that shit.
His attire doesn't bother me. It's just the way that they're booking him. His attire doesn't bother me. Ironically, his attire is actually a lot more visually pleasing than Becky Lynch's old attire was. Becky Lynch legitimately looked like fucking Megatron. I don't know what the fuck she was wearing. She looked like a combination between Lady Gaga, Maleficent, and fucking Megatron. I was waiting for her to say, "I want the All-Spark Optimus Prime."
Like she tries to be like Seth Rollins with the crazy outfits. I just no. It's just not the same.
But as far as
It's
this
not.
match goes, I think we're both in agreement here. Seth Rollins is not losing. You elected to take the title off of Bobby Lashley, even though you shouldn't have, but they did, and they put it on Rollins out of pettiness because they felt sorry for Seth Rollins not getting his just due. No disrespect towards Seth Rollins, but you know that's how it is. But Rollins, I think that he is the correct winner here. He does not need to lose the U.S. title. But if you're asking me what happens with the United States Championship, I got a perfect plan for you. Listen to this. Seth Rollins beats Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory, right?
Okay.
Dexter Lumis beats The Miz on Monday Night Raw after Survivor Series, and he gets his contract with WWE. Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano remain aligned. Dexter Lumis starts stalking Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, the Kid, and we can do a build towards Dexter Lumis versus Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. All the while, Johnny Gargano is right in the middle of all of this. And after the Rumble, we then start the build towards Johnny Gargano versus Seth Rollins for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 39 with Johnny Gargano winning the United States Championship.
Wow.
I mean,
That's great.
I mean, Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano, that's a match of the fucking year candidate if I've ever fucking seen one. That's a world title match. Never mind a U.S. title match.
Yeah, that shouldn't be no damn. That's another thing. Like they need to. I'm getting off topic here. They need to split the titles up. Like, because Roman doesn't need to have two titles. They need to have a world title on Raw and
No, they don't
SmackDown.
need to split it up. They just need one champion that appears on both shows.
Yeah,
They don't need to split it up. Just do one title and have it appear on both shows. Simple.
right.
But I don't mind that the U.S. title is being contested for in the main event because it does make it feel more important. The U.S. title and the Intercontinental title feel more important now than they ever have in years. But
I remember with John Cena
yeah,
when oh my goodness, that was when the U.S. title was like almost like the world championship when he did his U.S. title match, and when Kevin Owens actually beat John Cena that one time,
I
and people were
watched it.
so shocked about that.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
that was fantastic. But let me
Yeah.
tell you something. With the U.S. title in the middle of all of this, Rollins and Gargano, that right there is a match that could easily define the United States Championship. If anything, they could actually make that match probably the greatest United States Championship match of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is how I see things playing out. Rollins beats Lashley in theory. Lumis wins his contract. We build towards Lumis versus Rollins at Royal Rumble, and that's a segue to Rollins and Gargano at WrestleMania, and Rollins drops the United States Championship to Johnny Gargano. And Rollins has a nice, solid 6-month title reign. He has plenty of time to get his feet wet, plenty of time to have great matches, plenty of time to develop credibility for himself, and in the end, we have Johnny Gargano being made into a new star.
Yeah. Johnny Gargano really needs his recognition.
Well, right now he's embroiled in the storyline with the Miz and Lumis, which is coming to an end next week. And he's doing fine. He's doing fine for himself thus far, especially with the way that he just projects his charisma. I mean, the way that he just projects himself, and Miz and Gargano have actually been feeding off of each other very well. So that I will say. But after this Lumis-Miz feud is over with, then it's time to start getting Gargano on the right path, and we're going to get him into a U.S. title match and a victory over Rollins at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But where can you see Lashley and Theory going after this? If you're asking me, give me Lashley and Lesnar at the Rumble. I would have done it at Survivor Series. I don't know why the fuck they are waiting all this time to do another Lesnar-Lashley match, but give me Lesnar and Lashley 3 at the Rumble. I don't need to see that shit at WrestleMania.
Honestly, I think after this, when Seth Rollins wins, they're gonna continue Lashley and Austin Theory. That's just my opinion.
Well,
I think they're gonna continue the storyline.
well, where can you see Austin Theory going? Do you think that they may bring back Money in the Bank for WrestleMania?
No. Austin Theory. I think Austin Theory is done with the Money in the Bank. I don't think he wants to deal with that anymore because they made Austin Theory like a loser with that Money in the Bank contract.
Dude,
Like,
Rage, I legit pitched 3 ideas of what they could have done with Austin Theory, and out of all the ideas, my 3 ideas were all better than what they did. I mean, like, holy shit, I realized that Theory's time was not now, but I mean, you didn't fucking have to do that. That pissed me off.
yeah.
But I don't mean that Theory's going to win Money in the Bank again. What I'm talking about is, I'm specifically talking about, do you think that they're going to bring back the Money in the Bank concept? Money in the Bank concept for WrestleMania and put Austin Theory in there as just a bot. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah. I think they're gonna bring it back. Like that's not going anywhere. Like that they're gonna keep that. Like because that's I don't know. I feel as though it's like kind of WWE tradition with the Money in the Bank contract and stuff like that. But I don't think they're gonna make it to where they're gonna make it to where the person with the Money in the Bank contract look like a loser.
Well,
like Austin Theory,
like I'm just trying to think of what could Theory potentially be doing going into WrestleMania. I mean, a Money in the Bank ladder match would probably be the best thing.
I don't think he should be in a Money in the Bank ladder match.
I mean, like, what else would you have him do at WrestleMania?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, man, something about Austin Theory. Honestly, I don't care for him. I really don't.
I like him.
I'm not really an Austin Theory fan.
He's a prick.
Yeah, he's even though he's from my favorite city, Atlanta. Because I'm in Atlanta.
Why is Atlanta your favorite city? I'm actually curious now.
Huh?
Why is Atlanta your favorite city? I'm actually curious.
Because I'm in Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I thought you lived up on the East Coast in New York for some reason.
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta? Oh.
I'm a Georgia. I'm a Georgia girl.
Holy shit! You know what? I should have recognized because you do have a little bit of a Southern accent. So I think that's.
I'm originally from New Orleans, but I claim Georgia.
That's a
UGA is my team. That's my team. I even got their tattoo on my arm.
But anyway,
and everything.
But anyway, I think we're Seth Rollins across the board here, right?
Yeah, I'm Seth Rollins all the way because he's just my favorite. That's the only reason. But I like Bobby Lashley, but I just don't care for him, especially on the mic. Like, he needs to work on his mic skills.
He's fine on the mic. Here's the thing with Bobby. I think that the best thing to do with Bobby on the microphone is, if he's going to talk, then he should write down what he's going to say rather than going out there and winging it. Because that's what I feel like he does. He goes out there and he wings it. Sometimes he sounds good, sometimes he doesn't. But we're going to move on from that. We're going into AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Now, I'm going to be quite honest here, Rage. I didn't think that they were going to do this match at Survivor Series. I actually thought that they were going to do the Judgment Day versus the OC and Mia Yim, or Michin, as they were calling her. You know that I actually had people in my fucking mentions when I called out the fucking name change as being terrible. I actually had people in my mentions trying to defend that bullshit. Oh, it was her idea, or it means crazy in Korean. I don't give a shit what it means. It fucking sucks donkey cock. Give a shit what it means. I couldn't give a shit if it meant Jesus Christ. It sucks. Sucks. But thank God, and guess what? They changed her name back to Mia Yim. So, looks like Storms was correct again. There's a reason why I say I am the alpha male of the IWC, because I know all and you know nothing. So you should shut the fuck up, you fucking retards out there on Twitterland. Stupid. Michin.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck does that sound? It sounds like a fucking Pokemon. You got Pikachu and Michin.
I'm gonna have to keep
Up
that
with
one in
this?
mind.
Who
I'm
comes
gonna have
up
to
with
keep
this?
that one in mind. Nietzsche and a Pikachu of the fucking
You got
Pokemon.
Pikachu, you got Michin, you got Bumblefuck, Zorgok, whatever the fuck these names are. I don't fucking collect Pokemon. I got no time for that shit. I'm a fucking accountant. Holy shit! But we had we had that fucking bullshit on social media. That's what I went through over the last 24 hours. Welcome to my life. But AJ Styles and Finn Balor, I was not expecting this. I was actually expecting a Survivor Series match, but it seems as though they've done away with that. I'm not really sure if that's going to be a reoccurring thing. I mean, I guess it could be, considering that Triple H has a new tradition with War Games, which I don't mind. But I do believe that this is still going to be a great match. It's still going to be a great match, and we are going to see a very competitive match between two guys who used to be former Bullet Club members. I mean, it's AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I think it's self-explanatory about how good it's going to be. I do think that AJ Styles definitely needs the win here, specifically because the Judgment Day, I mean, the Judgment Day's been handing everyone their asses. Judgment Day's pretty much untouchable right now. So if the Judgment Day takes a loss here and there, especially Finn Balor, I mean, Finn Balor's been on a fucking tear. He's been beating everyone. Riddle, Mysterio, Ziggler, Edge. He's been beating everyone. So if Balor takes a loss here, it's really not going to hurt him. It's not really going to hurt him at all. So if you're asking me, I'd give AJ Styles the win. But I want to give the floor to you. What's your analytical dissection of this, and can you see AJ Styles coming out of this the victor as well?
Yeah, I believe AJ Styles is gonna come back the victor as well because, I mean, like you said, he does need a win. Like I feel as though he's been losing too much. You know,
I mean, he is a made man, but he definitely does need to get back on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, yeah. Honestly, this match, I do believe it's going to be a great match. It's really going to be a great match. It's going to probably be the top 3 matches out there as Survivor Series.
Is this going to be the best non-War Games match?
No. No. I don't think so. Honestly, I think the triple threat match between Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley is going to be the best match. That's non-War Games.
But I don't know where exactly do we go after this? Do you think that they're probably going to build towards you know what I think Triple H is doing? I honestly believe that Triple H is probably thinking about doing the match between the OC and Mia Yim and the Judgment Day. I think he's probably thinking about doing that maybe next month on Monday Night Raw, just to try and keep people interested in Monday Night Raw, which is why he gave Styles and Balor the Survivor Series match. That's the only thing that I can chalk it up to. Other than that, I don't really know why they would do a one-on-one match and not a Survivor Series match.
Well, yeah, they're gonna want to do it on Raw because, I mean, honestly, I like you said, I thought they was gonna do it on Survivor Series, OC versus the Judgment Day. I thought it was gonna be a Survivor Series match. Honestly, I thought it was gonna do like some type of War Games type shit, but they gave us one-on-one.
I mean, listen, I'm not complaining because again, I don't think anyone should be complaining about an AJ Styles versus Finn Balor match, but this should be a very, very solid match overall, and I absolutely see AJ Styles coming out victorious here. So after that, we get the match on Monday Night Raw, the big 8-person tag. What happens after that? Where can you see AJ Styles fitting into WrestleMania? Same thing with Balor. I don't know. It's those two are actually a big question mark, if you ask.
I don't know. It's like AJ Styles. I don't know, man. It's like, what could they possibly do with him? Like, I feel as though he's. I don't think he's run his course, but it's just. I don't know. I'm like at a loss when it comes to AJ Styles. I love him. Like he's a great wrestler. He's a great guy, but I'm not sure what could they possibly do with him. That's what like especially being in a title picture. I mean, he could be in the U.S. title picture. I think so.
Well,
But other than that, no, I I don't think he could be in a world championship title picture.
I mean, if we're gonna do the process of elimination here, Sami Zayn and Owens are gonna be fighting for the tag team titles at Mania. It seems like we're going to be getting Rollins and Gargano. Cody Rhodes should win the Rumble and fight Roman. I mean, if they want to, I guess they could do a match with Dexter Lumis to kind of boost Lumis's credibility. If they want to, they could also put Styles in the Money in the Bank ladder match if they return that to WrestleMania. That's definitely a good role for him.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I'm really at a loss when it comes to him.
Now, I would say possibly another match with Brock Lesnar, but if you're asking me, you know who I would put Lesnar against at WrestleMania?
Who?
Karrion Kross.
Ooh.
That's what I would do. Lesnar and Kross.
Yeah. Just keep him away from Roman Reigns. Oh my God, I'm tired of seeing that match.
No, I think we're done. I think we're done after the last man standing.
Please let it be done.
Roman is fighting Cody or bust.
I hope he fights Cody, and I hope he loses.
So,
but you never know. Like I was hoping they would. Oh my God. I know it just seems unbelievable, but I just hope they was just gonna do The Rock versus Roman, because that'd be like one of the biggest matches ever. One of the biggest matches ever.
If they're gonna do,
but I just doubt it's just gonna happen.
Lose the title.
Huh?
If they're gonna do The Rock versus Roman, then Roman should have lost the title. That window.
Yeah, he really should have lost it.
If here's the thing, now that Roman has the title, he needs to take it into WrestleMania and he needs to drop it to Cody.
Right.
Now, if they were going to do Roman and The Rock, then Drew McIntyre should have beaten Roman Reigns at Clash at the Castle. Drew should have held it until the Rumble. Rollins could have won it at the Rumble. Cody could have won the Rumble, and we could have wrapped up that storyline with Rollins and Cody. But they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because it just, like, with Roman with the title against The Rock, it's just too believable, too unbelievable that The Rock is going to win, you know?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's just like, yeah, The Rock is not gonna win the fucking world championship. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, he ain't going back to wrestling.
Yeah, it's stupid. But this match hasn't been confirmed, but I think it's worth talking about. This is the SmackDown World Cup Finals. It's either gonna be Ricochet or Braun Strowman versus Santos Escobar or Butch. And if I'm going to call a final, I'm calling Braun Strowman and Santos Escobar. But I want to hear your thoughts on this. Who's going to be in the final and who's going to win?
Honestly, I want Ricochet versus Butch.
Butch is in War Games.
Oh.
It's fight night. It's fight night, baby.
God damn it. Too many fucking drinks, man. Too many drinks. Like, honestly, that would be a great match, though.
Oh, no, obviously, yeah, it would. I'm not denying that. But I honestly believe that it's going to be Escobar and Strowman for a couple of reasons. Number one, this would be a great test for not only Escobar, but for Strowman as well. I do believe Ricochet is going to lead Strowman to a great match, and then Escobar is going to do the same. But I do believe that Strowman's going to win the whole thing, specifically because of the looming match with Gunther. And Gunther is actually one of the three people that Braun Strowman fighting would be legitimately intriguing. It's Gunther, it's Cross, and Sheamus. Those are the top three people that Strowman could go up against that would be legit intriguing. So I don't mind if Strowman wins and Gunther beats him. I have no issue with that.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really care for Braun Strowman. I really don't, especially after his comments.
I mean, listen, he's a fucking retard. Let's be honest. He is a retard, but I cannot lie when I tell you that he has been booked very well. He's been booked very well. I got to give him that. So look,
yeah, they haven't been shitting on him.
If he if he's going to continue doing what he's doing and he puts on a match like he put on with Otis, or he puts on a match that he put on with Gable, because those two matches were very fucking fun to watch. If he's going to do that with Ricochet and he's going to do that with Escobar, then you know what? I'm not going to mind if he wins. I will give him this. He's gotten a little better in the ring. He's gotten a little better on the mic. He's gotten himself into great shape. He's just a fucking dumbass when it comes to Twitter, and he needs to fucking check himself.
Yeah.
That's his problem. His problem is the fact that what Shane McMahon said is true. He's a big guy with a little brain. He's the human version of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That guy needs to shut the hell up on Twitter.
He's
be commenting yourself.
It's a fucking stooge, I'm telling you. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if Braun Strowman learns a lesson in humility after Ricochet leads him to the best match of his life.
Pretty much.
We have made it to the main event. We're actually wrapping this up pretty quickly. So I think the show's actually flowed pretty well. Thank you all for sticking by us all show. We've had a great fucking show thus far. We got the Bloodline. This is Roman Reigns. This is Jimmy J. Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn. Rage, I got a question for you. Are you feeling Usi?
Yes, I'm feeling Usi.
You better be feeling Usi, because here on the DJ Storm channel, we only accept people of the utmost Usi. Who in the chat is feeling Usi? Because I'm very Usi. I'm vanilla Oos, baby.
Don't they got a t-shirt?
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy that shit.
Yeah, I need to buy that t-shirt.
I need to buy that shit. Fucking great. Who doesn't love being Usi?
Being Usi.
So they're taking on Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, who I've actually been very impressed with, and Butch. This is a War Games match. I honestly believe that we could be looking at probably one of the best matches of the year right here. With all these names in there, I honestly believe that these 5 individuals are absolutely going to tear the fucking house down. They're going to give us a match worthy of being called a main event, and I do believe the babyfaces are going to come out victorious here. But what else you got to say about this? Give me your best.
Wait, babyface and what?
What?
You said babyface and what?
Babyfaces are going to come out victorious here. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do believe they're gonna end up winning, but I just have this feeling that Bloodline is gonna wind up pulling it out, and Roman Reigns gonna do his one Superman punch and one spear and all that other fucking bullshit, and then that's it. He's gonna be knocked out for most of the match and all this stuff like that, and just out of nowhere, this guy. You know, that's the thing about Roman Reigns, like, that dude will get his ass kicked so much, and then out of nowhere, he just comes out of nowhere with one spear, one Superman punch, and that's it. And it's like that on a video game, too.
See, I don't play video games anymore, so I wouldn't know, but I would actually love to see your reaction when Roman Reigns just pops up.
Yes, dude, like, oh my god, you play Roman Reigns on Legend, you can kick his ass, and then out of nowhere, he just hits you with one Superman punch, one spear, and that's it.
Oh my god, but I don't see the Bloodline winning this. I honestly believe that this is going to be the spark for a potential breakup between Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, and I do believe that this is going to facilitate the fuel being poured on the fire for Sami to eventually get fucked over by the Bloodline in the end.
Yeah.
That's how I see this playing out.
I think it's time for Sami to get the... Because, I mean, he's already over as fuck, so it's not like if he leaves the Bloodline, it ain't gonna be nothing to do with him. Like, he's already over. And they need to have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos.
Well, yeah, with Kevin Owens in there, that's going to facilitate this, you know?
Yeah.
That's absolutely going to facilitate this. I mean, I don't understand why it wouldn't facilitate this, you know?
Yeah.
But here's a question. Do you see... Here's what I initially thought. I initially thought that we could potentially be looking down the barrel of a Sheamus versus Roman match at the Royal Rumble. But after this, I can honestly see a fatal four-way. I can honestly see Roman versus Sheamus versus Drew versus Owens at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know.
And then you know what? I can see that, and then Roman losing without actually getting pinned. So fucking, so he ain't got to worry about fucking. They worrying about Roman getting pinned and stuff like that. Because I feel as though they fear Roman getting pinned for some reason. They just don't want Roman to get pinned.
He's already a made man. Just fucking pin him.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I would definitely love to see that match at the Rumble. That would definitely enhance the Rumble tenfold. That would be a great fucking match overall. And I do believe that that's where we're headed. But I see the baby faces coming out victorious here. This is bred for the facilitation of the breakup between Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. And then Owens getting involved, so on and so forth. What's going to be interesting is seeing where Drew McIntyre fits in on WrestleMania. I see Sheamus taking the Intercontinental title from Gunther. That's me.
For the, what was it? This is their third match? The third time fighting each other if they fight again?
Yes, the third.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see Sheamus winning.
I see Sheamus winning. He becomes a Grand Slam champion. He ends Gunther's nearly year-long title reign.
Damn, it's been that long?
He's held it since June.
Shit.
He's Gunther. He's going on a tear.
Yeah, he needs to keep it for a little bit longer.
Oh no, he's holding it till WrestleMania. Holding it till April.
Yeah.
That way he'll reach at least 300 days.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just.
Well, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take Sheamus as Intercontinental Championship.
I'm just interested in seeing what they do with Drew. I don't know what they do with him.
I feel as though Drew is like AJ Styles. It's like you don't know what to do with him.
Do you want to put them together?
Yeah, we can put them together.
Yeah, put them together. Have them fight each other at WrestleMania.
You know what? That would be a great match. I know that for sure.
That'll be a decent little showcase. But I think we are the baby faces across the board here.
Yeah.
But, man, that's we went pretty quick. We got a lot of in-depth analysis, and Rage, you can hang your hat up and say that, hey, you finished your first ever analytical wrestling sit down. I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in. You guys have been great. Do not forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. Rage, where can we find you on social media? One more time.
You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Also, you can find me on Twitch as well. Raging Girl Gamer. Twitch, I forgot about that. YouTube, which is my main channel. You can find me on there. You can find me on TikTok. I'm going to be doing some more TikTok videos and stuff like that. Shorts of my reaction videos. But other than that, that's pretty much all the social media that I got.
I'm telling you, I think that you're going to blow up quite nicely. So, people, if you haven't subscribed to Rage yet, please go subscribe to Rage. She is fantastic in her own right. Rage, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. I had a very good time. You have a nice little mind for pro wrestling, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing this again one day.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
That's not a problem, but she's Raging Girl Gamer. I am DJ Storms, and this has been The Rundown. But before we get out of here, there is a universal question that all must answer. Rage, who runs the IWC?
DJ motherfucking Storm.
Damn right, baby! Who but DJ motherfucking Storms? And don't you fucking forget it. We're clear. Clocked in at a good time, an hour and 7 minutes. Flowed very, very nicely. So, yeah, hour and 7 minutes. How you feeling? I talk for 2.5 hours every Saturday. but the rundown usually goes an hour and 15, an hour and 30. But we made good timing for sure. And it's not that late too. It's only like 9. I mean, like I thought you did a good job. I thought you remained very very calm. You remained in control. You carried yourself very well. When, when did you go? But hey, that's why you don't drink like 7 drinks during the stream rage. Fucking goon you are. But hey,